Dímelo, mi gente. We are here, directo, live at Cultura Media House in the heart of the 305 on Bird Road. Cut paternity leave short to discuss this important topic. And speaking of the 305, I had to invite the boy, Carlos Hernandez, comedian.
What's up, my boy?
We're doing an album review of DeBÍ TiRAR MáS FOToS.
Bro, I am pumped. I have not stopped listening to this for the past, I don't know how many hours are in a week, but
whatever.
But however many days it's been since January 5th, I am obsessed. I have studied this album.
So you're ready? You're ready to go?
I'm ready to go, bro. Okay. This is the best album, I think, of the year. This is, I think...
It's January, and I was going to say the same thing. It's already done.
It's the best album. There's no way this doesn't win every Grammy, Latin and non-Latin, like in every sense. It's incredible. I think I've never felt more like... happier to listen to salsa. I've never felt happier to listen.
Okay, so let's start right there.
It's incredible.
Let's start right there because the last time we did this together, we did Nadie Sabe, and which was a trap album.
Yes, it was.
And Bad Bunny has changed his flow, his music from album to album, 100%. Right? And we got to a point where it was like, all right, what else can he do? What else can he create? Yeah. He's already the king of reggaeton. The king of
Latin trap.
He's the king of music that makes you want to go out to the beach.
Yeah, exactly.
He's nailed all of those different genres. And now it's like, all right, this next one, it came out with El Club. And then it came out Pitorro de Coco.
True.
Were the two first little like sample
little pieces.
Little like, here you go. This is what I'm doing. We were like, oh.
It came out with the video, I think.
Right.
And the video already got me. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like some dope shit. Because like the way like he's sitting down on the bed with like next to him, and he's like. Like the song is supposed to be happy, but the lyrics are super sad.
Exactly.
Which is like such a nice like dichotomy. It was cool, but I didn't know I had no idea the album was going to be more of this tropical, not even like old school 80s,
yes, dude,
salsa band that you can like listen with to your parents
with your abuela, exactly. And she'd be like, "Oh, me gusta esto," and you're like, "Yeah,
like, that's Bad Bunny."
That's Bad Bunny. It's like, no,
it's incredible. It's incredible.
Pitorro de Coco came out, and that's just straight sad.
Super sad.
The entire thing. And it came out around Christmas too.
I was like going from a walk from the gym and I'm like tearing up. I'm like, oh,
like, where did this come from?
Yeah, no, straight up. Like, I'm not even sad about my ex, but I was
right, but like, damn,
where is she? Where is she doing? What is she doing? You know what I'm saying?
The cool thing about the album is that it has different genres within its own album, right?
Within
like it has
own songs, even.
Old school reggaeton, exactly within its own songs, but it has the old school feel of reggaeton, like we used to listen to back in the day, like the Daddy Yankee, like dirty reggaeton from back in the day, and then it has the salsa, which is unreal,
and it has like a little bachata in there. It has a little bit of like what do they call plena in Puerto Rico, bro? It's
the song I think that's probably one of the best on the album, probably the song of the year is without a doubt. Without a doubt. And funny enough, when Raúl Alejandro came out with his album, Cosa Nuestra, and he did the cover of Tu Con Él, it was like, whoa, wait a second.
Yeah.
This is the next evolution of, all right, we're doing reggaeton, we're doing trap, we're doing whatever, but we can pay homage to the stuff that we used to listen to. And Raúl Alejandro killed it with that one. Great and then Bad Bunny came out with these kind of like salsa merengue type beats, and you're like, oh shit.
Café con Ron also.
Banger,
dude. Like let's go through each song. I think we did this last time.
We did.
And it was an incredible Nueva York with the whole vibe. It starts with like that like classic da 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 da. I don't necessarily know what genre that is. I don't know if it's salsa, merengue, whatever that is, that whole vibe. And then like getting into that like hype. It reminds me of like in Después de la Playa type thing.
Yes.
That is like and then it gets into that like Nueva York
next level of, and there's been, and I'm trying to look through almost, I'd say 75% of the songs here have like a beat break where the beat changes into something else.
And they don't even, sometimes I think there's a song that like literally it stops in the middle of the song itself, and then it just goes into, I think DeBÍ TiRAR MáS FOToS has that.
Yeah.
That he stops the song in the middle.
He talks a little bit, and then it starts with bongos, and it starts like with the choir in the back. Like,
oh my God, it's sick. Have you seen those videos of like when they recorded like the
insane, dude? Insane. And one thing that I was thinking of while I was listening to this, while I was obviously watching the Chente interview, like with all of those different things, like this was an album for Puerto Rico.
1000%.
This was not like por siempre, like
Un Verano Sin Ti,
Lo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana, Último Tour. All of those were for everybody else.
Correct.
Like, hey, this is what Puerto Rican, this is what trap music, this is what reggaeton is now. But this is for us, right? He made it for Puerto Rico. And now he comes out that he's doing a residency in Puerto Rico, not even touring.
Bro, it's the coolest thing I've ever
seen.
Cool. He's like, dude, this is how much I want you to know how much Puerto Rico is cool. I'm not going on tour. You guys are coming to me.
Exactly.
I'm about to go to Puerto Rico. Like he's about to bring up so much money to Puerto Rico. The amount of like people that are going to fly out and experience Puerto Rico for the first time and everything he's talking about. Ambi de Turistas from like that song. Really.
Turistas, another great song. There's a couple songs. We'll get to it. That's further down the list. But especially with all of the stuff that's been happening just in general with Puerto Rico, like his ability to, every Bad Bunny fan is like, if I can watch him there, that's the
we all have said that. I've multiple times I've had that like conversation. Like
every concert that he does there, it's usually at the back end of the tour where he does like the last couple.
Or it starts with it. Like,
or it starts right. It's never in the middle. It's like either we end it or we start it here in Puerto Rico. And bro, just everything looks insane. The vibes are crazy. He just brings so much like love and just energy to those shows.
Amazing.
I've always wanted to go see that. Now that I have a baby, it's going to be a little bit more tough to make this swing.
Dude, that baby's gonna,
Even though I've been playing DeBÍ TiRAR MáS FOToS the entire time she's been live. So we've been listening. She's been doing her thing. She's been kind of dancing to it. She cries. All of a sudden, DeBÍ TiRAR MáS FOToS, the song that's actually on right now, comes on. Bam, she stops crying.
There you go.
It's just, it's a miracle. San Benito.
The album, almost like how like most albums have like a little bit of a story behind it. Not necessarily. I don't think Bad Bunny's albums necessarily have had like an order of songs. This album is literally, I feel like it's a girl that he meets in New York, basically. Then it's like they're in Miami. They're like, you know what? I'm going to take you to PR. Then he goes through all these things. Every song is kind of going through the relationship with the girl while still kind of making it.
Wow.
Like it's also using that as like a mirror, like of like his relationship with PR for Puerto Rico as well. But while I thought about it, I was like, this is like how the relationship started. It's like, oh, I met you in New York. Let's go. We're in Miami now. We're going to see everything. And then, it's like they have a beautiful, like, Inolvidable dance or whatever. And then shit gets sad. Oh my God.
Bad Bunny creates a legendary, like, reggaeton melody.
Yeah.
That's in the back end of a song that rompiendo la calle cuando se casa. Bro, just drops it and you're like,
bro,
that could be an entire song.
I know.
That could be somebody's entire.
And it's 30 seconds.
And it's 30 seconds in the back end of track 14. And you're like,
incredible.
Everything with it was just so like, you can tell he touched every piece of the album, right? Like sometimes people get to album 6, album 7, and the corporations start touching it, and you're like, this is not what it used to be, right? Like,
bro,
how many rappers, how many rappers, how many musicians, how many bands where you're like 5 albums in, you're like, there's one good song, I'm good. This one, it's like
every song has something different,
has something from the homeland. Yeah. I saw that the salsa pieces were done by like kids in a salsa school.
1920. Yeah. Like literally bringing that energy of like that youth energy to, like bring it to like old school music, the salsa. Talk about Baile Inolvidable. And that's the way that song is not even supposed to be at all a reggaeton song. That's not even, that's a full on like Mark Anthony song. Like, that's a song that shouldn't, and then you hear Benito on that, like after, and the trumpets come in after
and the piano at the end. Like it's a very well thought out song. And that's the cool thing about it.
The video for it?
Of course.
Beautiful.
It's not shit out. It's not like, all right, put a couple beats on, we'll rap.
No, it's like 6 minutes and 30 seconds too. Right. It's like, no, listen to this whole piece.
Right. And we're going to bring you up and down through different musical genres, through different voices.
Be that, bro.
So good.
I came to Miami just like this weekend. I was like, I can't be that, because New York's really cold. It's nasty cold right now. And I was like, I'm going to go down here just so I can dance salsa. Anywhere I'm going to make sure the DJ plays that
You've
song.
Been on your salsa tip,
No matter what, bro. I swear to God, I went to Ball and Chain.
No, I
haven't been to Ball and Chain in, I don't even know when I like to give like, I don't know, my uncle a tour when he gets from Venezuela or something. Like that's it. But I went out there and then it was like a live band playing, and they eventually did play Baile Inolvidable.
Okay, you have to. It's a song. It's the song of the winter. Because usually we say song of the summer.
That is true, but that's the thing about this album. This is a summer album.
It's a Miami, Puerto Rico. It's a tropical album. It's a tropical in the winter.
It's incredible. And it has that feeling of like, like the holidays or whatever too. Because
exactly,
Puerto Rico. It's the whole thing. But that is like from the short film that they did. That's the one song that they kept playing. They teased us with it.
Right.
No, bro. Fire. ¿Qué tú te crees? That's the one song that I still haven't like fallen in love with yet. But it's still good.
There's one in every album where you're like, I need to listen to it. I need to listen to it more and more and more, and then it clicks.
Like for me, in Un Verano Sin Ti, for me, it was Neverita.
Yeah.
That song I never really was into. And then the video came out and I was like, this is hilarious.
Wait, I'm back.
And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a chance. It's fire. But we'll get this bachata thing at the end is what I was not listening. I was skipping that song a little bit and then I listened to it through the whole way. There's a little like bachata at the end, like, bro. Fire.
Turista.
Club Friends. That's good. I love the way they spell that. Like, I'm gonna Club Friends. It's Klou.
Everything is done in like a Puerto Rican accent.
Yeah.
Verdad, when you start reading it, you're like, oh, he's verdad.
Verdad, yeah.
But verdad. Like that's
how they say everything in Puerto Rico.
Vueltita.
Yeah.
With a W. And you're like, wait, what? Like,
it's great. And it's not like vuelti, it's vueltita.
It's vuelti with a W, exactly. Turista, Café con Ron.
Turista, hold on. Turista.
Saddest song of the album.
The saddest.
Lo que pasó en Hawaii. That one too.
Lo que pasó en Hawaii is sad for a lot of reasons of like just like politics even.
Right.
But Turista, bro, I play that song and I want to cry. I want to like, I legitimately, I'm like, let it all out, bro. Like, come on.
It's different levels, like you said. It's like, it's people treating Puerto Rico that way. It's him in a relationship being treated that way or treating somebody that way. Like, there's a lot of levels. There's a lot of different things that people don't really take the time to listen and to understand like what is happening in this music, right? Like you hear reggaeton, you hear el dembow, you hear the party of it.
Yeah.
But then when he gets you in deeper into track 11, Turista, you're like, oh, wait a second.
He personifies Puerto Rico in that. And he's like, you guys were just the tourists. You only saw like the good parts of
exactly.
Me. So no viste la parte buena de mí. And then you didn't see what was really
right. The real shit
really going on in Puerto Rico, for instance.
Café con Ron, banger.
Amazing. Café, fire. Makes you want to get up, dance, and just like have a good day.
Pitorro de Coco. Him playing it in Puerto Rico when he was in like that little bar. And when you look outside, they film outside. And there's thousands of people just there. He's not only the biggest thing in Puerto Rico, clearly, on his way to becoming the biggest artist on the planet, if not already there.
I think he's already there.
Like, we could put Taylor Swift, like, on a side, kind of like...
Where's Taylor Swift from?
Kansas? I don't know. Where's she from? Does anybody know?
No, who knows?
Anybody don't know?
But that's the cool
Tennessee,
thing.
Kansas?
That's the cool thing about, like, Bad Bunny. Even if I was... Even, like... You don't know where these people are from. Like, you're sure you know where Drake is from, Toronto or whatever. But this guy's like putting Puerto Rico on the map in the sense that he's like, no, look at what I bring to the table. I don't know if you're going to like it or not, but this is
but I don't care.
I really want you to see.
Exactly. I don't care if you like it or not. I'm going to bring it to you so you can see it.
It's like, I'm not going to try to be like more worldwide than I am. Like, this is the most me that I am giving you.
It's almost like he got to a point where he's so worldwide that he brought it back all the way and brought it back home.
Exactly.
Lo que pasó en Hawaii.
Sad as fuck. It's about like what happened to Hawaii.
Like, is Puerto Rico on the same path? There's a lot of problems in Puerto Rico,
and a lot of people from the like people that immigrate to this country kind of hear that song and they relate. I've seen a lot of like TikToks are like, this song reminds me of like Venezuela or Cuba, even if it's not necessarily the same thing that happened in Hawaii in those cities or islands or countries.
It's the sentiment of it.
It's the sentiment of like,
fuck,
man.
Yeah, like,
it sucks that I can't be back there and I have like,
or that they took it from us, or that something happened.
Yeah, the government or whatever it might have been, like a natural disaster, whatever it is. It's just, it hits you, bro. It hits you.
Ayo is probably top 3 on the album for me.
Amazing. Love that song.
Top 3 on the album for me. I'd probably say it's...
Do you know what Ayo is for? Like, I didn't know what that's okay, yeah. Which is hilarious to name a song off
an ad-lib.
Ayo, perreo. That's all it is. No me
quiten el perreo.
Yes, dude.
And then boom, it hits you. You're like, what?
Amazing. Which is one of he's grabbing it from his old song from like Por Siempre, which is fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. His ability to sample within, because you hear things kind of trail throughout the album that you've heard on other albums, and then he kind of like,
it's not like he's sampling like another
his own shit
himself. Yeah,
his own shit, and he sampled other stuff in Nadie Sabe from Por Siempre.
Yes,
and then brought it back, and now he's doing it again,
bro. In a beautiful
Ayo top 3 for me.
Ayo for sure.
DeBÍ TiRAR MáS FOToS.
The TikTok.
I made a little video of my daughter and my wife and like the whole process or whatever, and I used that song because it was like so true. I should have taken more pictures.
Yeah.
I should have taken more pictures. I should have seen more. I should have been more.
No.
Like, that one felt so real to me where I was just like, damn.
They do it in that chorus of like, DeBÍ TiRAR MáS FOToS.
And it's live. It's people. It's like humanity. It's real. It's like them in a room singing, and then one guy's envíe más nude, and you're like,
that's hilarious. Like, yo, you should have said more nudes. I wonder if that was like improvised, and this
for sure it had to be.
And the way that it came out,
lost it.
So good. Love that. That's a piece of art, bro. I think that's the best song on the album, in my opinion.
Really?
I do.
Really? Better than Baile?
Better than Baile. Well, Baile's second. For me, it's Debí Tirar Más FOToS, Baile Inolvidable, and I think EO.
That's me. That's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm very aligned with you on that. And last one, La Mudanza, kind of a story of
great songs.
His life.
Yeah.
This is the one for me, like Neverita was for you, where it's like, I have to, because that first like kind of spoken word rap where he talks about his dad meeting his mom, and like that's how it, very cool. Super, super nice. Super nice. Like,
and then the song, it's really good too.
It does.
Yo soy de fucking come on.
A classic album. It's January.
It's January, bro.
It's album of the year.
Bigger.
He did it local, and it feels, he did it at home. He did it in PR, P fucking R, but it feels bigger than some of the other ones that he's done that have gone global, that have gone quadruple platinum or whatever they are.
Yeah, and it's for Latinos, it's for Puerto Rico people. It's honest, and everybody should give it a, like, listen to it, bro.
Carlos, my brother,
my boy.
thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
Next time he comes out with an album, we're doing it.
This is tradition now.
It is
100%, bro. Dude, take more pictures, bro. Take more videos, because dude, you want to remember the moment.
Thanks to Cultura Media House for letting us do it, bro. Look at this place, incredible. Go check out
their stuff. This, guys. This
is a real TV.
You've never seen anything like this.
This is not green screen.
And let's just shout. This is
a real TV.
I don't know how this is working. I don't know how they did this.
Go watch it on YouTube. We're on a beautiful like Marlins background, stuff that used to be like back at our crib back in the day, dude. Awesome. Super cool. Carlos, appreciate you, brother.
My boy.
Thank you.